Bro, can I be honest? I feel like Zoro's entire Haki journey has been heavily misunderstood. The entire point of Zoro's Haki journey is that he is a Haki genius who does not know that he is using it. Every time he has used Conqueror's Haki in battle, it's been an absolute fluke. Gaban even scolds him for this, both Luffy and Gaban saying, how don't you realize that you've been leaking Conqueror's Haki all this time? And his goal is to master his Conqueror's Haki so that he can use it at will. Basic stuff, right? Like literally everyone knows this. Okay, let's go to chapter 1010. Kaido flat out confirmed that Asura is Conqueror's Haki. When Zoro scarred Kaido with Asura, he literally flat out says, no way bro, you have Conqueror's Haki as well? It's worth noting that all those other attacks Zoro did to Kaido never said they were Conqueror's Haki, only Asura. And Zoro says in response, I don't know what you're talking about, what Conqueror's Haki? Which is perfectly consistent with the idea established in Elbaf that Zoro can't use Conqueror's Haki at will, he uses it by mere fluke. And now it's finally time to get to the point of the video. Yes, Zoro really did use advanced Conqueror's Haki by fluke during Enies Lobby versus Kaku, the same way he used it by fluke versus Kaido. Why is it so crazy to think that Zoro accidentally used advanced Conqueror's Haki during Enies Lobby? It would be perfectly consistent with how Zoro's Conqueror's Haki has been written during the post time skip. He is unaware of it and he uses it by fluke when his back is against the wall. And I feel like people don't realize just how short the Straw Hat's journey have been. Enies Lobby may seem like such a long time ago, but in story time, Enies Lobby was only 2 years ago. His application of advanced Conqueror's Haki is still the same as it was back then, as it was only 2 years ago. So why is Zoro awakening his advanced Conqueror's Haki all the way back in Enies Lobby as if it's such a long time ago, such a crazy idea? It's not a crazy idea. Enies Lobby was 2 seconds ago. His advanced Conqueror's Haki sucked back then, and it still sucks now. That's the whole point. That's the point of Zoro's character arc in Elbaf. Master your advanced Conqueror's Haki. That's what Gaban has been telling him to do. It is perfectly consistent with how he's been written. Remember the Lucci fight? Zoro was called a bum for that, but now we know why. He just couldn't tap into his advanced Conqueror's Haki. Why? Because Zoro can only use it by fluke, just like he did during Enies Lobby and just like he did versus Kaido and King. And I know what people are going to say, isn't this just a retcon? I don't get why people think One Piece is above retcons. It isn't. For nearly 1,000 chapters, we all believed Luffy had a Gum Gum fruit. Turned out he had a Nika Nika fruit, and now we can find a retroactive foreshadowing back in Skypiea, the same way we thought Asura in Enies Lobby was just a cool move. But now, thanks to Kaido's clear statement that Asura is Conqueror's Haki, we can now retroactively conclude that Zoro, by fluke, without realizing it, like typical Zoro, did use advanced Conqueror's Haki versus Kaku. How is that such a crazy idea? And I know what people are going to say. How could he have used advanced Conqueror's Haki during Enies Lobby if he didn't train for it? Bro, you can't teach someone Conqueror's Haki. It's something you develop with your own personality and your conviction. It is your very conviction manifested as a weapon. Rayleigh taught Luffy how to control his armament and observation, but all his Conqueror's Haki blooms have been during battle, not through training. If Rayleigh really taught Luffy Conqueror's Haki, then he was a terrible teacher. Luffy couldn't use Conqueror's Haki coated attacks till Wano. Before that, in post-time skip arcs like Fishman Island and Dressrosa, he could only do the basic Conqueror's Haki release. He couldn't use Conqueror's Haki coated attacks because Rayleigh and Hyogoro never gave him Conqueror's Haki training. Even the training in Udon was about armament Haki, not Conquerors. And to go one step further, Gaban is scolding Zoro for not mastering his advanced Conqueror's Haki, but yet he won't train him? That's because he can't teach it. Both Rayleigh and Hyogoro said Haki blooms during battle, not through conventional training. Luffy never trained for advanced Conqueror's Haki. He awakened it because his back was against the wall. Because when your back is against the wall, that's when your true will exposes itself. That's when your true will can be revealed. How much do you really want it? How much do you really want to win a battle? That's why Conqueror's Haki blooms during battle. Luffy's training in Udon was not about advanced Conqueror's Haki, it was about advanced armament Haki. Luffy never ever trained for advanced Conqueror's Haki. So this idea that Zoro couldn't have used advanced Conqueror's Haki during Enies Lobby just because he didn't train for it is completely false. Also, Sanji is set to awaken advanced Conqueror's Haki in Elbaf, but did he train for it? In fact, Sanji does not even have advanced armament Haki. Luffy spent all of Act 2 learning advanced armament Haki before he even awakened advanced Conqueror's Haki. Bro is literally skipping steps. But is he? Again, you don't need to train for advanced Conqueror's Haki. You just need to be that guy. You just need to have the disposition of a king. Zoro has the disposition of a king. He wants to be the world's greatest swordsman. Surprise, surprise. He accidentally used it versus Kaku a mere 2 years ago. And again, bro, Kaido literally called Asura Conqueror's Haki. The chapter is even called Conqueror's Haki. It can't get any more explicit than that. Asura is clearly a very special move. It's only been used twice. It's not like he always uses it. It's only been used during Enies Lobby and during Wano. Zoro's entire thing of not knowing that he's using Conqueror's Haki didn't begin at Wano. It actually began at Enies Lobby. All of this is perfectly consistent with how Zoro's Conqueror's Haki has been written in the post-time skip. Instead of using it by a fluke, it's about Zoro being able to master it and control it and being able to use it at will. This is his entire Haki journey character arc, and this is his goal in Elbaf. It all makes sense. I don't get why him using Conqueror's Haki at Enies Lobby is such a blasphemous idea. It is called a character arc. But what do you think? Definitely comment down below. And massive thank you to my members, Cats in my family, Uso Timo, and Mr. Bushido56. And I'll see you there.